Breaking Southampton manager news this Thursday tea time. What is happening around Southampton? What is the latest with the managerial situation? Well, there has been some developments, and let's put it all into... Let's get everything that we've captured this afternoon and try and put it into some context and try and see the picture, because I think it's starting to emerge what is going to happen in the next few weeks. So it started mid-afternoon, Thursday. Alex Crook, TalkSport, tweeted, Saints are expected to give interim boss Tonda Eckert the gig on a full-time basis. This is his tweet. It's on your screen now. No surprise, he said, based on the mood and music over the last couple of weeks. It feels like another massive gamble from Sport Republic, who hired Eckert as the under-21 manager. So that was tweeted by Alex Crook. And no matter what you say, he's a well-respected journalist within the game. He takes a bit of flack from a lot of fans, but when he tweets stuff, he doesn't usually say it without some evidence behind it. And I think no doubt this afternoon the PR machine is in full swing. There is no doubt about that, because everybody's all over this. Sky Sports are all over it now as well. I want to bring you all the different stories that have broken within the last hour across social media. We're going to react to it. I haven't been fed any information at all, but I was told a couple of weeks ago that it was likely that Eckert was in a very good position to get the job full time. And that was even before the two results against both Queen's Park Rangers and Sheffield Wednesday. I was kind of like being led down the path that he was probably going to get the job. Well, it has come out across Sky Sports now as well. One of their journalists has tweeted within the last hour or so, and he's gone on to basically say that Tonda Eckert will remain as the interim manager at the football club for the time being. They are still speaking with candidates. So though Alex Crook come out with that initial tweet that they're about to give him the job, it's kind of been backtracked on by a couple of other journos out in the domain. But the one that I listen to and respect as much as anyone in the game, and I have massive respect for Alex, massive respect for George, Alfie, all the guys out there. I do listen when Adam Blackmore tweets, and he's tweeted this tweet, which I've popped on your screen right now. And I think the final paragraph is pretty much summing up what is going to happen. He said it's highly unlikely anything immediate occurs either way. And he's in the know, you would think. Like I said about Will, it would be a risky appointment to give Eckert the job on a full-time basis. But if he has 5 wins out of 5, hard not to. So he is pointing towards Eckert getting the 3 games after the international break. And that is what I think will happen. He also said in the tweet, Saints have spoken with candidates, but they can afford to be patient with Eckert's good start, and it allows them time to see how the market develops. I personally feel it's really, really risky. I do. From me as a fan, and I think it's you as a fan, it's a huge gamble to give such a young man this job. If we were looking to experiment and give a young European manager a job from overseas to see if that worked, we've already done it with somebody that's had a job working at some big football clubs in Will Steele, with a bit of pedigree about him, though he's young in the game. He's managed top clubs against top teams, and it's fouled and it's not worked. So we've done that experiment. Are we really going to go down the road and do it again? That would be my biggest question, my biggest fear right now. And I think every fan tuning into this channel, and I think from the reaction across social media and what everybody is saying, there has been a slow demise of this football club through bad decisions. Like a continued bad decisions. A slow demise from where we were to where we are right now. Can we afford, I'm asking you as a Southampton fan, can we afford another bad decision? In my opinion, absolutely 1000% no. We cannot afford to make the wrong decision right now. And that's maybe why they're weighing it up a little bit more and they are taking their time with it about who they bring in. But given Eckert the job, that it's on your ticker at the bottom of the screen, Adam Blackmore also went on to say that he was always going to be Will Steele's long-term successor to become the Southampton manager, but they didn't expect it to be now. And I still don't think it should be now. Can Patrick Vieira not come in and work with him, who he's worked with before, to the end of the season and Eckert work with him and bring experience in? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer today has been on the overlap. They've done the stick to football. I tweeted it this morning. He wants to get back into football, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He wants to get back into management. He said he is willing to take a championship job, bottom end, with a challenge to get a side up. That's what he said. You can see that on the overlap. Go check out the episode. It's time stamped on their video as well, so you can go straight to the segment. I actually think he'd be a really good appointment, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That he's no matter what you say at United, he's done a good job there. He's gone off overseas and he's done well. His win percentage ratio is actually very good. I tweeted it this morning. I'm going to grab it back up on my screen now because I can't remember. I think it was about 52%. But he is happily willing to take a championship job. He was in Turkey last year and he had a win percentage of 52%. Is he somebody that Sport Republic may take a look at? And I have to say, I'd be all over someone like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer right now. I'd be talking to him. He's out there saying he wants a job, and there's 4 championship jobs up for grabs at the moment, and all 4 clubs are looking at probably the similar candidates. I feel, and a friend of mine's tweeted me a minute ago, and I like, it's not my opinion, but a friend of mine has tweeted me, and he said to me, he feels it would be a weak decision to do this, and he felt that the players would get an easier ride with someone like Eckert taking the helm. And that is my question to you. Do you feel the players would get an easier ride? He also went on to say there seems to be a lot of potential player power. Is there? I don't know that. And that's not my opinion that there is. But is there? I'd be surprised if it was like heavily player powered, but I think there are big egos in the dressing room. I don't think they want to be calling the shots, but I still feel, and I've gone on record saying it multiple times, that I feel we need a leader in the dressing room. I feel we need a man that's managed at the top level, that knows the championship or has played at the top level, because everyone criticised Will Steele. Yeah, he's not played at the top level. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has played at the top level. He's won European Championships, Premier Leagues. He's won it all as a player at club level. He would get instant respect in the dressing room, and I still believe we need that. And there is no harm in saying that Eckert shouldn't work with that person. If they believe he's going to go on to become the next manager of the football club, well, get him in the first team and around the squad then, if that's how it's going. I know he wants to get the academy players closer to the first team. Brilliant. I think it's magnificent the club want to do that. It is good. That's exactly what we want. I don't think we can be gambling with managers right now, and certainly not young managers. We've been down this road before. It didn't work out with Will Steele because they felt that he didn't have any passion, any commitment, it was what was labelled at him? Passion. He was too mundane. He didn't show enough energy and like fire in his belly. And I don't know, he's a European guy. Bearing in mind, he's not an English, he's English Belgium. He was always going to be a bit more of a European man, a bit like Tonda. He's from Germany. He's European. I think they have a different demeanour as managers. And I don't think that was ever taken into account with Will Steele. I think everyone thought he was going to come here and be a British manager, when he wasn't. He was a European manager, and a European manager needs time. I still find the whole sacking of Will Steele bizarre when you haven't got someone else lined up that's better to come in. I still believe he would have got those results that Tonda got. I really, really do. And maybe it was just an impulse sacking. Was it an impulse sacking? I'd love to know what it was. But I'm kind of looking at it from all angles, and I'm trying to be like, if he gets the job, Tonda, I'll back him. As a fan, I back him. It'd just be my judgment to say that I don't think it's the right thing to do right now. I like him. He seems a good guy. I'll bet back whoever the Southampton manager is and whoever pulls on the red and white stripes of Saints, as long as they give 110%, I'm like behind my team. Whatever happens, like you will be. But I do think this will flatten the fan base, this appointment. If they do go down this road and give Eckert the job, I do feel it could flatten the fan base. And you're 2 or 3 results away from like everyone being like, this is the turn on the owners, because if it doesn't go right, it'll all be on the owners. No matter who the manager is, if it doesn't go right, it will be on the owners. So that's why there's an importance to get it, in my opinion, to get it right. Like they talk about Gary O'Neill, and the people that talk to me, that I know in the game, they say that Saints are really keen to give it to Gary O'Neill. I think he was like top man for it. But I think they're probably concerned of the backlash. I think there'd be just as big a backlash with this, by the way, that there would be Gary O'Neill. I don't think there's a lot in it, because if it doesn't go right for Eckert straight away and the season it starts to peter away really quickly after this international break, we're heading towards Christmas. I tell you now, if results don't go well, there's a lot of games around Christmas. People will stop going to games. The fan zones become quieter. The ground becomes quieter. The atmosphere becomes flatter, and I just think it will flatten everyone. I do feel it will flatten everyone in moving forward. So look, I think the next appointment is so important, and I've said it. I've gone on record and I've said it a lot of times. It's got to be right, and if it isn't, these are the repercussions that could happen off the back of it. So yeah, I felt a bit flat this morning when I woke up anyway, and then I heard this news at lunchtime. I was like, oh no, I was waiting for something big, something good to come about. So I've covered the story. Like I wanted to cover every bit of managerial news on the channel. I think, reading between the lines, he'd be the interim manager for the 2 games after the break, and that will be the fixture against Charlton away at the Valley, is then the game against Leicester City at St Mary's. Marty Cifuentes under a fair bit of pressure at the Foxes as well, and then at the weekend it will be Millwall. So another trip back to London. So I would say 3 really, really big games for him if he's going to get them. But like, it could have a big impact on the season as well, like where we're going as a club after this break. Look, I think we've got a fantastic group of players. I know a lot of people label the group being terrible, but I do think there are some really good talented players within the group. I think with Romeo coming in, we've got a good leader in him. I think he's a really, really important player. So I think in general, actually, that the group looks better. Like in terms of with Romeo in that group, I think it looks better. And there's a bit more leadership. I think it will help all in all. So I think for me, it's a big few weeks. I don't think Tonda's the right man right now, if I'm honest. Others may disagree with me. I'd love to get your opinions. Love to get your thoughts in the conversation below. Get involved. What's coming up on the channel? Well, there's a bit coming up on the channel. A couple of videos dropped. There is I've ranked how I felt after every single game this season so far. And tonight we are going to be ranking players so far for the season. So myself and Ellie's new to the channel. We are going to sit down on a live stream this evening, and we're going to go through each and every player and how we feel they've done so far. It should be real good fun, and you guys can get involved as well, as always. Love it. Love the community we've built here on the channel. Absolutely loving the community. So please make sure you do get involved and give me all your thoughts, and share it with a friend. If you've got a friend that may enjoy the content, do go share it with a friend. And finally, just to sign off, if you want to make a small monthly contribution with some exclusive perks, ad-free videos, etc., go check out my Patreon, patreon.com/footballmartin. Loads of great content going on there, including editorial. I've got an article going out later on this afternoon, which I'm going to drop exclusive for patrons as well. So go check all that out as well. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon.